All right, we're at Saunders Brothers in Locke Mills, Maine, and this is Louise Janitis, the general manager, and she's brought this factory back from a closed operation to a lively facility. Tell us a little bit, Louise, about what Saunders Brothers is doing.
Well, here's an example of a product that Saunders Brothers used to make when it was in business, and this account came back to us. It's innovative percussion, so we make drumsticks for them. That told me that Saunders Brothers made products that were so good that the old customers quickly tried to get back into business, and we were able to do it, mostly because we have one of the best paint shops in America and can put a finish on any dowel that I would say it's undisputed that we're the best at that.
So you're making all dowel products from finished and unfinished, and what, can you give a random sampling of the kinds of round work that you guys do?
We make tool handles, we make game calls, ducks and turkeys, assorted game calls for people, specialty items. We make rolling pins of any and all sizes. We make dowels and do secondary operations for other companies who might use a dowel they get from us to make another product. So we are primarily a manufacturer, but to a very select industry. Some of the machines we have here are one-of-a-kind machines, and we're the only one that can make the product. We have a lot of novelty machines. We can make anything from honey dippers to paintbrushes to anything that's round. If it starts out square, we will turn it round for you. In addition to that, we're also going to open an operation and reassemble all the famous Moosehead furniture, and then start a new Moosehead furniture line in this plant. And although that wasn't something that Saunders did years ago, that will allow us to integrate a lot of different services in this one location for people.
That's great. And how many employees now do you have?
We have 21 employees back.
Back in the factory that was dark.
It was dark for 4 months. That was pretty much given over to the auction company, and it was debatable about whether it would ever run again.
Wow. That's great.
My interest in running it was that I absolutely knew that this mill could be successful and that could help other mills in Maine and go on to be a great company.
But your background is not in manufacturing, and tell me a little bit about how you're applying your background to running a plant.
Well, I basically just very slightly adapted a social work model so that the primary resource I felt I had was people, not necessarily plant, machinery, equipment, and inventory. That I knew that people had within them the ability to make this plant come back. They had the knowledge, they had the tradition, and that if they were treated in a way that made them part of the process, that would be my biggest asset going into this project. And as it turns out, it has been. Everyone's not only very glad to have a job, but they're very glad to be an open part of the manufacturing here.
That's great. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.